So you've probably seen this title popping up everywhere, right? AI prompt engineer. Sounds super futuristic, super important, and yeah, it's one of the hottest new jobs in tech. But let's be real for a second. If someone asked you what they actually do, could you explain it?
Yeah, that's the big question, isn't it? It feels like everyone's buzzing about prompt engineers, but when you try to pin down what the job is, it gets fuzzy. So in this explainer, we're going to cut through all that noise. We'll give you a straight-up, clear answer.
Okay, so let's start simple. Forget the jargon, forget the hype for a minute. Let's just get a really straightforward definition down so we're all on the same page.
So, at its absolute core, this is what it boils down to. Think of a prompt engineer as a special kind of communicator. Their audience? It's not a person. It's an AI. Their whole job is about mastering the art of giving instructions, we call them prompts, that get the AI to do exactly what you want it to do. Reliably, consistently. It's all about figuring out how to ask the right question in just the right way.
But what does that actually look like in a real job? Okay, picture a customer service chatbot for a big company. The prompt engineer is the person behind the scenes writing the core rules for that bot. You know, the stuff the user never sees. Instructions like, hey, always be polite and helpful. No slang ever. And if you get stuck, tell the user how to reach a real person. They're basically designing the AI's entire personality and putting up the guardrails so it doesn't go off track.
All right, so we've got the basic idea down. Now let's peel back another layer and go a little deeper. This is where that engineer part of the title really starts to click.
This quote really reframes the whole thing, doesn't it? They're basically programming an AI, but get this, their coding language isn't Python or Java, it's just plain English. Their job is to take a human goal, what we want the AI to do, and translate that into a set of instructions the machine can follow over and over again without messing up. They're like the ultimate translator between what a person wants and what the machine actually does.
And you know, this isn't something you just do once and you're done. No way. It's a whole cycle. A prompt engineer will design an instruction. Then they'll test what the AI spits out. Then they have to evaluate it. Is this reliable? Is it accurate? And then they go right back to the beginning and tweak the prompt. It's this constant loop of designing, testing, and refining. And that methodical process is exactly why they're called engineers and not just, prompt writers.
Okay, so to really get a handle on this, it's just as important to understand what a prompt engineer is not. Because honestly, this role gets confused with a bunch of other tech jobs all the time. So let's draw some clear lines in the sand. This car analogy is perfect for this. Think about it. The machine learning engineer, or ML engineer, they're the ones who build the car's engine, the super complex, powerful AI model at the core. A prompt engineer? They don't touch the engine. They're designing the steering wheel, the pedals, the dashboard, all the controls that you use to actually drive the car and tell it where to go.
Okay, so what about a data scientist? How are they different? Well, a data scientist is all about the data before the model even exists. They're the ones gathering, cleaning, and sifting through huge amounts of data to find patterns or to get it ready to train a new model. The prompt engineer, on the other hand, comes in way later, after the model is already built and trained. They take that finished product and focus only on the words needed to guide it for a specific job.
And last up, let's compare them to an AI product manager, or PM. The PM is the strategist. They figure out the what and the why. So a PM might say, you know what we need? We need an AI tool that can summarize our quarterly financial reports. They set the vision. The prompt engineer is the hands-on specialist who then figures out the how. They're the ones in the trenches, crafting the exact prompts that make the AI actually do that job correctly and safely.
So after all that, if you're going to remember just one big idea from this whole thing, what should it be?
It's this right here. A prompt engineer is a model behavior designer. That's the key takeaway. Their real job isn't just about writing a few questions, it's about shaping and sculpting the entire behavior of an AI, so it does what we humans actually need it to do. They're basically the architects of an AI's personality, what it can do, and just as importantly, what it can't do for a specific product.
So that kind of leaves us with a cool question to think about, right? Now that you know they're basically AI behavior designers, what would you do with that power? If you could design an AI's behavior for literally any task, what would you make? A teacher with infinite patience? An insanely creative partner for brainstorming? The possibilities are just huge. And it's the prompt engineer who holds the key to unlocking all of it.